What's going on, everybody? It's your host who thinks the most, Wayne's World, and I'm here with a special guest, as promised, talk show host of DTF, CEO at Vero Spotlight Magazine, and 2021 Latin Artist of the Year, who is also the author of a book that has been released recently. Vero G, say hi to the people.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, let's get to it. I'm pretty sure for the people who don't know you, wants to know, who is Vero G?
Definitely. So, I am an artist, author, poet, TV and radio personality as well. As you said, this goes on, but pretty much screenwriter. I just do a lot, and I really try as much as I can possibly to help people along the way, what I do.
Okay. I want to talk about your book, A Mother's Love.
Yes.
Can you let the people know what gave you the urge to want to write this book?
Definitely. So, being a single mom and going through so many trials and tribulations, even when, I had my child, even till now, I felt this was a great telling book of my own personal experiences with my child and how our bond had kind of molded to be stronger than ever, going through obstacles with himself, his own personal things, and my own personal things, and then doing it together, and knowing down the line we're still united no matter what things have come our way. So I feel like this book was definitely needed to be put out, especially these tough times with COVID that's out there still. And I just want people to relate and know that they're not alone, any single mother out there or single fathers, to know that, don't give up. Maybe a little bit harder because you're only taking care of your child alone, but the outcome and the rewards and the benefits of it all later on will definitely be amazing.
Okay, yeah, because the thought of being a single parent, a lot of people, they fall under that pressure and they tend to give up. And yes. I'm glad you wrote a book about it to have people read, understand, you know what, I can do it. So I'm pretty sure everybody get the book, A Mother's Love. Now, I want to talk about the music part in your beginning. So when was it when you told yourself that I want to be a singer?
Oh, that's a good question. I got to go way back now. I got to say around the early age of 7 years old. I felt there was something, how you feel like you have a calling in life. And that was the time in my younger years, I realized there was something special about me with the musical gift I had or have now. And I later on in life, as being in a family in the Latino or the Caribbean family, how we do in the Caribbeans, how we do. We play music, we jive, we have a good time.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Yeah, so with that in mind, music was already a part of my life. Hearing on the weekends, I was cleaning the house. My mother, she's like, these chores, and then music was already part of that instrument as it is. So I was like, okay, and I started dancing. I'm like, I kind of liking this. So with that in mind, I said, this is something that I could definitely foresee myself doing in the future, but I just didn't know how to do it at that time. I was so young. So it was just that age when I realized something special, and then I just developed it years to come. With working at the junior high school, June 22, I was a school choir, and it was a great experience with that. And I actually won my first ever trophy and award for that performance we did. We went to different competitions with different junior high schools, and we stood out. We got the first trophy for anti-drug. I think was it from something like that with anti-drug or something with that perspective. But it was a great feeling. And then later on in life, my adulthood, I got the chance to actually work with Al Sharpton for the Change Choir many years ago. And it was an amazing experience. We got to travel for a bit. And, pretty much I decided to go on because I was going to school at the time. There was just so much going on. So I had to leave on my own terms. But down the line, I continued doing my solo career, showcases, open mics, the rest, how it goes. So
yes,
yeah. The struggle is real, they say, but it worked out. It worked out.
Okay, well, when was your first, the first gig you did when you first realized, okay, things are turning for the better when it comes to the music? Like, what was that first time like when you realized the people love me and I can really go far at this moment? Like, what moment exactly was that?
Definitely. I would say my first performance, no lie, was over 7 to 8 years ago. I think more than that, at the New York Poets Cafe. It was an open mic. Actually, it was a showcase, and I was very nervous, of course. And I said, I'm going to give it my all. And I never forget, I did a cover song. It was for "Summertime," which is a very, very beautiful song. And I did it. I did that, and I think another song or so. And after just seeing the people's reaction was like, I got applause, and people were like, one or two people were standing in the back, and I'm like, they did it for me. So when I had that experience, and I won third prize, so I was like, yes, something has to give. So when I had that happen to me, and I was like, you know what, I think this is the right kind of path I have to take, and that was just an amazing experience.
Okay. Sounds like you had fun that night.
Yeah, definitely.
You had a whole lot of fun that night. Okay, this is what I want to ask you as well. Is there someone specific in your life that there's plenty of, we have plenty of haters in this world. We have plenty of people that doubt people, especially when it comes to one that being a singer or a rapper or an actress. You always have those people who tell you you can't do it, or you don't do this because you might as well do school this, or don't do this because of that. Who was in your life that told you to block out the nonsense and go for what it is that you wanted to do?
Definitely. I would say my family. Going through what I went through. I mean, I went through so much. And I could tell your listeners about that as well. Just going through so much in my life, from my teen years even to now, they really motivated me. They said, just keep going. You're going to have to deal with people that may not like what you do, and they may not like you because of who you are, your energy, your way you are, you present yourself. But down the line, unless you have that talent, you have something to give, you keep pushing no matter what. So definitely my family is one of the main reasons why I continue what I'm doing today, and I do want to act quickly on here. For those who are watching, listening, I very am strong into faith. And I'll tell you one thing, learning through the things I went through, which I'll tell right now, being a domestic violence survivor, being a rape victim, being in the streets, I was homeless to pregnant, being in the foster care system. These are things that people would just give up and say, you know what, I can't deal with this no more. It's too much. But going through each and every single thing that I mentioned here, I felt it was a testimony, and it was something that I had to overcome. And it made me not better yet, it made me stronger. Because now, like you mentioned about haters and people, I have that. I have people that I used to work with. They used to work with me, and now they're watching me. They're watching by far, but they're still hating. So I'm like, thank you for watching, though. You're giving me a view, So with that in mind, the things I went through my past, it just molded me to be a strong person in my life. And you will deal with people like that in general, but you just gotta stay focused.
Okay. I love that answer.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to talk about your inspirations.
Yes.
The artists, who are the artists you looked up to, and what was it about their music that tell you that, you know what, I want to model myself behind them?
Oh man, we could be all day. I mean, I'm gonna sing a few.
Oh, don't worry, we had time. We had time. You need to get to know Vero. We want to know Vero G. So we have time.
I appreciate that. Definitely. So just name a few. I would say Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, may she rest in peace, Celine Dion. The list goes on, but those are like, and Selena, the younger, the older Selena, not the Selena Gomez.
Okay.
Because they get confused. Like, wait, which one is Selena? So I felt like these women. The reason why I felt that they're, I idolized them because they each went through their own situations in life, and no matter what they're going through, they utilize that in their music, and they help people with their music to heal them. So when I saw them as a young girl, hearing their music, and I was young, so I didn't know what they were saying. Just listen, I loved it. I'm like, oh, about love. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'm like a third grader. What's that about? So, what's that? I mean, I found out later on what love and heartbreak is. Trust me. I have a few share of that, but no, it's amazing to kind of like relate to somebody, especially at a young age, 8 or 9, and listen to music and keep repeating and just loving it, and it's kind of utilizing that in your own music now in my older age, and like, wow, this is something that it relates to me, and it could be any age. So I just felt like these are women that are pivotal in my life, especially in the music career.
Okay. I want to talk about some of the artists you worked with or are currently working with.
Yes.
One that stuck out with me was Cuban Link. And
yes.
The reason why it stuck out to me because I have a few Cuban Link songs that I remember in my past time that I used to listen to. Even some songs that he was featured on, I used to listen to. And I think one of my favorite songs I think he was on was, I believe, Still Telling Lies.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. And every time I think of Cuban Link, I think of that song especially. And it had me thinking, how did it feel? Because a lot of people, they were clawed to meet a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these people. How does it feel to actually come up from where you was at to actually working with an artist like this now?
Oh, it's just been an amazing journey, and to have worked with him. And we just did that song. It's called "Come With Me," featuring himself, Cuban Link. Then we did that last year, and even before that, we spoke. It was just everything was timing. I always say God's time. So with that in mind, I always looked up to him with, when he used to be with Terror Squad and those people back in the days. And it was just crazy how like everything is destiny. So I met him one day, true story, at a TV studio which I work at. And didn't know him, like I know him through TV, but not actually know him like that well. And we met each other. I was like, "Hey, Cuban." He just like real cool. "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like this is Cuban. Yeah, like he's real. Like he actually responded to me. So this is like a first of the first. So I was on that moment. Like I told my producer, my TV producer, "Listen, we're not leaving the studio until we actually introduce ourselves." So we were like wait for hours because he was a guest for another producer's TV show. So we waited, and I was like looking in. So eventually he came out and he was hanging out with his friend, or so I think manager at the time. And I introduced myself, I introduced my producer and also management, and we talked and we took from that point on, and we always stay connected. And he was a guest on my radio show. And we said, one day I joked around, I said, "Yo, let's do a collaboration." He was like, how people say, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, they brush you off a little bit. Yeah, I got
pretty much, right? Yeah. So I was persistent. I said, "Listen, if this is meant to be, it's gonna happen." And we stayed connected. We always communicated. From the rest of the history, the rest is gone. We did the collaboration. We got the beat. We had everything, paperwork wise, everything corrected. And the song's a hit. We actually have over 27,000 views on the music video. And we have over 20,000 and up streams on that song.
Okay, yeah. I got to check that song out because I'm a Cuban Link fan. So
awesome. Me too.
I gotta check that song out.
Oh, definitely. No
problem. Let's speak about the fact that you're a CEO.
Yes.
How does it feel from going, before we talk about the actual magazine, how does it feel to actually come from where you started? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't dream, you probably dreamed it, I'm serious. You probably didn't think that it would actually happen, that you would be the CEO of your own magazine. So how does that, what feeling does that give you to know that?
Question. No problem. I will say, you're right. I actually didn't see myself ever making a magazine publication at all because true story, we'll be making 3 years this year in October, the anniversary of the Vero Spotlight magazine. So prior to that, 3 years ago, I was in the couch. I had a couch now, no more, but before that I had a couch. And I was like, where'd it go? And eventually I was just laying up, late night, just listening to some music. And how we get like a premonition or we get a calling. And I had one of those. I just got off the couch. Don't ask me why. I was looking at old magazines. I was looking at the structure. And I said, you know what? Something's telling me to do this and I have to do it. So I looked at certain, places how to do it. I Googled, I did all my research. And I was self-taught. Nobody taught me anything how to do this. I learned on my own, put it together. Eventually people were interested. And 3 years strong this year, the magazine is amazing. It's been phenomenal. It's out there at www.madcloud.com where you guys could get your copy. It's print and digital or both. So it depends if you guys want to get, one or both or either or. And it's just phenomenal. My next thing I want to do is hopefully having retail, which I know that's another process. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But for now, it's been 3 years strong. God willing, it's been amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the magazine itself.
Yes.
I don't want you to give too much into it because we want the people to buy the magazine, but can you give us a quick summary of the things that they can look forward to when they're purchasing the magazine?
Definitely, definitely. So this magazine, I want it to be different. I want it to stand out. This magazine, it's a inspiring book magazine. So forgive me. It's a book that uplifts people because we talk about different things. For example, we do poetry in the book and magazine. We have all types of amazing upcoming artists that are on that issue. We have stories. We do educational stuff like awareness with health matters. We like to touch base of everything, especially with people who do community work to have them on there as well. So we like to have not just only artists, we just like to have everyone who likes to get their voice be heard on the magazine itself.
Okay. So how has, because all right, I'm pretty sure we all don't grow up rich,
No.
but you may we all wish we could be born in the money, but not everybody is. So how has you pursuing your music, becoming successful, how has that helped you and your family, as in sisters, brothers, mother, father, things of that nature? Like, how has your success helped everyone around you?
I would say first and foremost, I'm an independent artist, so that's right. There's a struggle. It still is to this day, but I feel it's amazing to see the growth as being an artist, seeing my earlier work, which I kind of cringe very much because I'm like, that was my work, like what's going on, and to see the growth of it. That's why the latest album, Here I Am, is that momentum. Like, I'm here now I made my mark now, and it's just amazing to see the earlier works and now the work I've gone and see how the development of my artistry, my creativity, and how I go on about it has gone really better on that. Now, with the success part, I don't see it financially coming in yet, but I see the success in the sense of seeing people gravitate to it, people that are like kind of interested on it, and then seeing new fans that are now supporting my music or my brand, and then just having people come out of nowhere tell me like, listen, your song just saved my life. Like, those are the moments, like people like hit me up on the inbox or we call it DM, or they say, listen, your song just made my day, it cheered me up. That would really sets apart what I love to do and continue doing what I'm doing, because money will come when it has to come. It will draw to you, but in due time, I feel like those momentums in my life really matters the most right now.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people think success always means money, and a lot of time it doesn't. Success can be exactly how you explained it.
Nope.
That is exactly what success actually is.
Thank you.
And you kind of touched on it, because I was going to speak about the album Here I Am, and I was going to ask you, what was it that made you come up with the title and everything? But you kind of already self-explained,
Oh, okay.
what that was. So you kind of got ahead of me on that one, but
no
that's a great thing.
Thank you.
I want to talk about, how long do you plan on making music? Because it seems like the music you're making is the type of music that you want to change people's lives with. Something, if somebody's going through something, you want them to listen to your music and tell themselves something different than what they're going through. So how long can you tell yourself that, you know what, I can do this for this many amount of years to continue to want to change people's lives?
Definitely. Like I said, looking back at it now and looking at it, the growth of my music and the way I do things, I feel I want to continue doing this till the day I die. Honestly, I mean, there's no limitations, as they say. I want to continue doing this until the good Lord takes me, because at the end of the day, I just want to continue inspiring people, and I want people to know that you can achieve your dreams. There's a way of doing it, but you just gotta keep being persistent. You gotta keep being on top of that. You have to do it. Nobody's gonna give you a handout, say, hey, here's opportunity. You have to go out there and reach it. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I think I might have touched on everything.
Cool.
Is there anything you want to say to the listeners, to the fans out there, your fans, anybody who's going to listen and watch this podcast?
Definitely. First, I want to just thank you before anything for having me on the show.
No problem.
Definitely. Second of all, I want to definitely thank everyone who's been supporting the brand, anything that we've been doing, and just being positive on what been just been positive in general. And third, I do want to say, if you guys want to vote, actually this year I'm on a voting for the song "Let Him Heal You" and Mikama for www.ldmradio.com/vote, and you guys can vote for that. The "Let Him Heal You" is under the gospel category, and Mikama's for the Latin category. You guys could vote once a week, and we'll see if we could take this year the award home. I don't know.
Okay. And do me one more favor. Let them know where they can find your book at once again.
Sure, definitely. Not a problem. So you guys can find the book. All my publications are available at www.amazon.com. Also, my social media where you guys can find me. My Instagram is at official Vero G. My website is www.verogmusic.com, and my Facebook artist page is at VERO2884.
Okay. Thank you. Once again, everybody, that's our show for the evening. It's your host, Wayne's World, from the Talk Galore Radio podcast /Reaction TV. We'll be back again with another episode because we have plenty more special guests that will be attending this show. Have a good evening, stay safe, and be respectful to one another.